Welcome everyone to Kids Stories. Today, we're diving into a tale about a magnificent lion, a creature we often imagine as the bravest of all. But what if even the mightiest among us have a secret fear? There's a common idea, a myth really, that some beings are just born fearless. We see them, strong and bold, and we think, wow, they've never been scared of anything. And for a long time, Leo, the Lion King of the Whispering Woods, was just like that. He was known for his booming roar, his powerful stride, and his unwavering confidence. The other animals looked up to him, believing he was the embodiment of bravery. He'd chase away any danger, his mane flowing in the wind, a true protector. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, a different Leo emerged. As the shadows lengthened and the familiar shapes of the jungle began to blur into darkness, a shiver would run down his spine. Leo, the fearless lion, was afraid of the dark. It wasn't a loud, obvious fear, but a quiet, gnawing unease that settled in his chest. He tried to shake it off, telling himself it was silly, but the feeling persisted. He'd stay close to his den, his eyes wide, straining to see through the inky blackness. One night, a new kind of threat crept into the Whispering Woods. It wasn't a roaring beast or a thundering storm, but something stealthy and unseen, something that thrived in the very darkness Leo feared. Strange rustling sounds echoed from the undergrowth, and the gentle chirping of crickets fell silent, replaced by an unsettling quiet. The smaller animals, usually so full of life, huddled together, their eyes wide with a fear that mirrored Leo's own, but amplified. They looked to Leo, their protector, but he was frozen, his heart pounding against his ribs, the darkness pressing in on him. Inside Leo, a battle raged. His instinct was to hide, to retreat into the perceived safety of his den. But he saw the fear in the eyes of the other creatures, the ones who depended on him. He heard their soft whimpers, their desperate pleas for safety. He knew that if he let his fear win, the Whispering Woods, his home, would be in grave danger. He thought about all the times he'd felt strong, all the times he'd stood tall. Was he going to let a little darkness take all of that away? He had to do something. Taking a deep, shaky breath, Leo pushed himself forward. Each step into the unknown was a monumental effort. He focused on the sounds, on the faint outlines of trees, on the very air he was breathing. He wasn't roaring with confidence, but with a quiet determination. He moved slowly, deliberately, his senses heightened, trying to understand this new threat. He realized that the darkness wasn't inherently dangerous. It was what he imagined lurking within it that was truly frightening. He started to notice the gentle glow of fireflies, the soft hoot of an owl, the familiar scent of the forest floor. The darkness was still there, but it was no longer an enemy. It was just night, and in that night, he found a new kind of strength, a courage that wasn't about the absence of fear, but about acting in spite of it. He discovered that by facing his deepest fear, he had become even stronger, a true guardian of the Whispering Woods, not just in daylight, but in the quiet of the night as well. And so, we learn a valuable lesson from Leo. True courage isn't about never feeling afraid. It's about acknowledging your fears, understanding them, and choosing to face them anyway, especially when others are counting on you. Thank you for joining us for this story. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider following our channel for more adventures. We'll see you next time.